What's up guys, welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. We're here today with the SkyTrak Golf Simulator. All right, the portable golf launch monitor that is photometric based. It sits off to the side of the hitting position, and we're talking about putting. All right, SkyTrak Golf Simulator Putting. Why? Because it's probably one of the most common questions that I get asked, whether it's people that are looking to build their own home golf simulator or current SkyTrak users asking about putting and maybe some concerns they even have with putting. And let me tell you, it's all about setup. You need to know some different things to understand how to get this working perfectly, but it's simple to do. You just have to know what to do, and that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. Now, speaking of that, if you're looking at building your own home golf simulator, all right, make sure you shoot me an email. I'll pin it to the top of the comments and put it in the description. I want to make sure you're getting the lowest price, all the best components, the right components, because that's one of the things that I've found. People will rush out, they'll get excited and buy a golf launch monitor, then find out it doesn't even offer putting. Okay, so know that the SkyTrak does. If that's something that fits your needs, I want to make sure that you're getting the lowest price. Like I said, packages, it could be including mats and screens and projectors. It helps support the channel too, which I appreciate. Make sure you shoot me an email, all right? But let's go ahead and we'll dive right out to the software first. We're using the TGC 2019 Golf Simulator software. I'm going to right arrow over, and you'll see they actually have practice facilities: driving range, chipping practice, putting practice. So let's go ahead and go to putting. That'll load up quite fast, and it'll take us out to this practice facility where we're going to use the shortcut key E. All right, E as in echo. I'm gonna go up, and if you want the list of shortcuts for TGC 2019, I have them on the Golf Simulator Videos website. So that's golfsimulatorvideos.com. You can find them there. But when your cursor is moving around, wherever your cursor is, if you roll your wheel forward, that's where it's going to zoom into. Once you see the practice green, the X and the Z keys are going to move around your pin selection. You'll see the yellow. I'm gonna actually hit enter once I select the pin that I want, and then I'm gonna go back to select my distance. So I'm gonna hit E as an echo again. I'm going to zoom into that pin that I've selected. All right, and let's just start off with a simple like 10-foot putt, right? So 10-foot putt right there. Once I hit enter again, it's going to place it wherever my cursor is. So I hit enter. Now I have a 10-foot putt. Perfect. All right. So let's talk about some tips and tricks and things to understand right out of the gate. Lighting. All right. Lighting is very important. This is a photometric based system. A lot of these newer homes have recessed lighting with LED. It's not a flicker free LED light. And so basically when a high frame per second, photometric system is taking pictures, it can cause light. It could be light 1 second, dark another second, because that light is not consistent. All right, unless you have video quality LEDs, you would need incandescent lighting. Now, a lot of golf simulators are in dark environments, which is important because you want you to have a nice crisp screen. Projectors don't produce blacks, so it's all about having proper lumens, and having a well-lit hitting area is nice to have in a dark environment, but it also can help the SkyTrak unit because it's photometric based. So understand having a nice lit area works well for multiple reasons. Okay, but that flicker free lighting, I can't believe how many people I've had that have had LED lights, causing issues with their SkyTrak. Some people put like a flicker LED right over top of the hitting area and can cause issues. So let's just give a couple demonstrations first. We'll talk about ball placement. I like to place the ball right behind the little red dot. Okay, now you can face the logo at the unit. That actually helps it track the ball. Now for putting, do I find that necessary? I actually don't. I've tested it and I don't know if I really find different results with the logo not facing towards the unit. So you could easily just roll the ball up with your club, all right, where you need it to go. Right behind the dot is where I like it, and I'm good. Now this is reading only about 12 to 24 inches of ball roll. That's a major benefit to the SkyTrak unit for home golf simulator builds, because you don't need to worry about having this smooth rolling surface the whole way. Now even my hitting mat, I hit on it and it gets old. I beat the crap out of this thing and it gets a lot of use. And so it can have bumps in it. That could affect your read. All right, so if you don't have a smooth surface, it doesn't need to be perfect for SkyTrak, which is nice, but if it's getting really rough or you happen to bounce the ball up, it's going to affect your putt. So maybe you have a high launch angle. You launch the ball off your putt. Well, that's going to throw your ball offline outdoor. It's going to throw your ball offline indoor as well. So let's just go ahead and give a demonstration here. This is a 10-foot putt, but I have a lot of people reach out because I have this unit working so well with putting, and a lot of it has to do with setup. Not too bad of a putt. And we made our first putt. All right, so it's all about speed, and as long as that launch direction, you know, is a good launch direction within that first couple feet, you're going to be fine. You know, if you're Matt, you can see my ball kind of bounced off this a little bit. All right, it caused it to go a tiny bit to the right is what I noticed, but that roll within the first couple feet was obviously good, and we were able to make our putt. Let's hit one more. Now, I've had quite a few people talk about getting misses as well, to where they putt and then they just miss. Another one, made no problem, okay? Now, a few of the people, I think it was 2 different people in the past, let's call it 6 months or so, had the metal case on theirs. And I don't know where they got their metal case, but they took the metal case off and then putting was working fine. So that could be interference. I don't find the metal case necessary on the SkyTrak unit. It would take a severe shank. If this was the red dot, you would have to shank the ball on a, I mean, what is that? Almost like a 45-degree angle in order to get it over there. I mean, the chance is there. And if you feel like there's a chance of that, then maybe you use the case. And if it's causing issues, you get more confident with your game, then you can take it off. Let's do some short putting. I get a lot of questions on short putting. Can the SkyTrak do short putting? Let's hit E again. All right, I have to actually select that hole again. It deselected on me. So I'll just hit it, and then we'll look at that. That's a 2-foot putt. So, I mean, we could do that. This unit is very capable. Let's say you're playing TGC. You want to practice 2-foot putts. Can you do it? I'm just going to roll that right behind the dot there. Obviously, you're going to hit it a little bit further. It says 4 feet. I hit that super soft just to see if it could read it. No problem. No problem reading that little 2-foot putt. But let's do a little bit longer. That's pretty short. So I got to demonstrate for you guys the 2-foot putt. Let's switch back to, where is that at? There we go. I like this cup just because it's flat. And let's do, because this would be a pretty common putt, right? Like 6 feet. I think that would be nice and in between, a putt that's important. And understand that you want your unit set up right, because on a putt like this, you can miss these, So let's see if we can make a 6-foot putt. Oh, I hit that pretty soft. Is it going to get there? Barely, but it is. It rolled out to about 6.5 feet in the sim. It's 10 feet to my screen. So, nice speed reading, nice direction reading. Notice how, we're getting no misses here. I'm not getting any. I've had some people report, it could go right or left. Let's talk about setup a little bit. Initial setup for the SkyTrak. If you're going to be playing TGC 2019, what I recommend is that you open up the SkyTrak app first. You use the tool to make sure the device is level and make sure that it is aimed correctly. Okay, it has tilt and roll. So tilt is going to be the unit, going forward and back, and then roll is going to be left and right. Okay, so you want to make sure that it's level both ways, both going forward and back and left and right. And then aim is your other one. So you could simply go out and do this to test your aim and make sure it's straight. Now, I'm fortunate enough where I have some straight lines in the simulator, and so all I do is just line my unit up with those lines. I know that it's straight. Okay, it's pretty simple to get the aiming down right, but you can simply go out to the practice facility and test that. Okay, let's hit one more demonstration putt really quick. See if we can make another one. This is it's going quite well for us here. I just want to give enough demonstration where you guys could have confidence that you know that this unit can be set up properly. I'm going to hit that one just a little bit harder. Because as long as it's on, yeah, you're going to make it no problem. All right. I hit that one. It rolled out to about 8.5 feet that time. So a little bit further than that last one. Any other tips and tricks that I could give you? Like I said, I think that your putting is important. If you're whacking the ball with a huge launch, it's no different than putting outside. I've had people say, well, what about a really long 35-foot, 40-foot putt where I really have to hit it? Well, it's going to be the same thing if you're putting outdoor. You know, when you hit that really hard, your launch direction could be off. You could launch the ball off the, green, and that causes the ball to kind of skip rather than skid nicely and cause it to go off direction. So there's things like that where you're just gonna have to pay attention to. Hitting that ball smooth is going to help reading, with the SkyTrak unit as well. Any other type of interference I can't really think of. That's the benefit of the photometric based system with SkyTrak. Why don't we hit a longer putt really quick just so you guys can see how the longer putt works. And I can even just grab a different putt now. Maybe we can get one. This, if it has any break over here. Yeah, there's a little bit of break over here. Let's see here. It's going left to right, so 20 foot left to right putt. Let's see if I can actually... Oh, I'm not the best at reading these greens. Let's see here. A little bit left to right, 1 inch uphill. It's a pretty decent break. Let's see if I can get it close. I mean, I probably need more than that, because if you look at the speed of those arrows in the beginning, what are you thinking, like right there? I haven't played some TGC putting in a little while here. All right, 24 feet. Because it's 21 feet to the cup. It's saying that hit it, past the cup. See if I got that distance right. Oh, I think that line was decent. I was just a little short. I hit that for about like 20 feet or so, not 24 feet. Great demonstration though. Shows you how you need to read these greens. Very, very good demonstration. Let's see if I can hit it maybe just a little bit harder. Oh, let's see here. I just want to, I feel like that break was decent. All right. Now I think you guys will get a good idea that you can hit these longer putts. All right, smooth ball roll, not launching it off my putter obviously makes a big difference. So a little bit harder. I think I hit that one just a little bit harder. Oh yeah. Oh, that was a really good putt though. Really good putt. I got the speed and the break was off just a tiny bit. So some really good demonstration of longer, putting with the SkyTrak unit. I wanted to give you guys a full demonstration of everything. I also want you to comment below any questions that you have. If you're a current SkyTrak user and you're not getting these type of results, it's very possible that it's one of these little quirks. Maybe I can help walk you through that. If you're looking to purchase, like I said, a home golf simulator or a launch monitor, hopefully this gives you some confidence that you can get very good performance out of your SkyTrak unit. The benefit of a SkyTrak is that it can work in such a small environment. All right, for being an entry-level unit starting at that $19.99 price point, okay, it can work in basically anything you can safely swing a club in. All right, obviously worry about ball ricochet, but I have people in living rooms using these, all right, hitting into nets, all right, very small spaces, and it performs really nicely. Obviously, we're gonna wanna make sure that lighting isn't LED causing flickering. We're gonna wanna make sure we have a couple feet of roll here for putting, little things like that. But if you have the capability of doing that, which is pretty simple, then you'd be good to go using the SkyTrak unit. So I really hope this has been a great video covering all of these little tips and tricks about SkyTrak Golf Simulator Putting, all right? And if you have any other questions, maybe you have some comments you can leave below, tips and tricks you've learned outside of what we've discussed today. Love to hear those. Awesome community here in the Golf Simulator Videos YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Stay tuned, there'll be more coming soon.